covering like a match in D1 or something. Okay, that does sound fun. So saying maybe we play a matchup and afterwards we watch a game of that. So maybe we could do the Wayfarers versus Sky Spirit Avians and the Shadow Elves versus Savannah Elves. That could be fun. They say, I can flip a coin. All right, sounds good. Let's see it. Because yeah, something that's always sort of been on the back burner for me recently is like watching Division 1 games. I always say I'm gonna do it, and I always want to do it, but like somehow just like don't get around to it very often. Like, and I did it a lot when I first joined the league. Like, play a matchup and then do it. And then practice it. All right, looks like I'll play Savannah Elves. They'll take Shadow Elves. Sounds fun. Yeah, they say they're more familiar with Shadow Elves than Savannah Elves, which is just it's just such a funny phenomenon for like me as a Master Set player to be like, I just imagine being more familiar with Shadow Elves than Savannah Elves. I mean, like I kind of am too, honestly, actually. So maybe I shouldn't be talking. Let's get started. I think we are sort of an aggressor here. It sort of varies. I think we can be passive too, but like in general, it's nice to be a little bit aggressive. I don't think we will be on this first turn without like a chant of weaving or something. I think I just want to stack, or without like a chant of growth to like make that lioness to the point where it's not going to be killed next turn. I think I want to stack. This is honestly a great. I'm going to dump every single one of these cards, and I'm going to feel so good about it. I mean, the Spirit Mage is kind of nice, but like, I do not care. I can dump all of these. I could save one Spirit Mage, or I could not. I could just dump them all. Yes. 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 Oh, rewarded. Honestly, yeah, though. That's uh dumping, like being able to just dump 5 cards. Like, okay, realistically we probably want to play like 2 Spirit Mages in a game, maybe even more. So like maybe you want to hold one of those, especially like to not risk a bad next turn hand. But like normally you draw at least 1 or 2 cards as Savannah Elves. You're like, I can't really discard that, can I? Like, just to your events, you don't really feel like you can discard. I'm gonna lower my mic volume a little bit. Like, it's a little bit high at this point. How's that? Yeah, it looks better. Before we were like, I felt like my mic was a bit quiet. I managed to change some things, so it's a bit louder now. You gonna like double Shadow Pulse, kill my lioness or something real mean? No! You monster! You monster! You monster! You freaking monster! Oh my goodness. That's upsetting. On every level. You monster. What have you done? Who do you think you are? Killing that unit. Oh, I could really just like weaving on this archer and just like get a ton of boosts on some stuff. I kind of want to like get the lioness up there, get the lioness up to. I guess it would just be 4-5 this turn, but we could get an extra boost on Abu Rashid. We can have this like this guy back here with all these extra boosts for no reason, but like, hey, we're probably gonna use them eventually. We definitely could like just chant of power um on the archer and just like damage the gate. The thing is that they punish that a little bit too well. So yeah, we are committed to this board now. That's okay. This archer is going to be a beast to anything that dares to threaten it. It's be pretty hard for them to kill it next turn, and we're going to kill this mage every time. Oh, you know, I should send... No! I should send a message to the Discord. Good stuff. Alright, that's a hand. We take that. We take that. Maybe we should have held weaving. Oh, we just drew weaving. Just give me a second to send a message. Yeah, so they might be able to kill that lion. I don't know if they're going to be able to kill anything more than that. And yeah, I mean, if we could take down the gate with a chant of power, I would do it, but like, we're probably... I don't know. I can't see more than rolling like 7 dice on it or something. Though interestingly, maybe we could get a lioness to cylinder, but we wouldn't be able to get without lioness within range 3 of Abushi. So if this lioness lives, yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's probably entangling something with a rhino would be pretty nasty though. Like sending this archer all the way over there or something. Some nasty entangling, something or other. I mean, there's a decent chance we could break the gate if we really tried this turn. Like with the rhino. The thing is, like, I don't feel like we're getting a whole lot done with the rhino. But so we could get it over here, give this archer chant of power, and then, oh yeah, taking up that mage. And then we'd have decent dice at the gates and stuff this turn. We'd have decent dice to just like kill everything. I feel like we sort of have to go for it. Yeah, we could even have this archer move up to finish off anything that we fail to. We could even have this archer just like literally go there. Yeah, so I guess the move would be, well, so this rhino's gonna have, it can move 4, so it'd be 1, 2. Yeah, so it can't also damage that, so we would need to send OBS just crash. No. Okay, I thought it just crashed for a second. Okay, we're chilling. Yeah, send this here to like guarantee the kill on the mage is decent. We could also weaving here, put the rhino here. It feels a little bit inefficient to like spend all these resources Oh, and we can entangle the rhino with the archer. Feels. Oh, we can put the rhino over here. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. Okay, and we could even entangle these two. So no, we need to get more boosts on this, but we could almost like really pop off by like sending this archer over here to destroy the gate, and then we could like destroy the gate and then just move this archer up to also be able to shoot cylinder. As of now, the entangling isn't actually doing anything. So maybe I'll just pass on that. Since we're going to do 1 move, 2 move, and 3 move. Yeah, so the entangling doesn't do anything right now. So maybe I'll just pass. This does give this archer a decent chance of... Oh, sorry. The entangling gives the rhino the ability to attack twice, and that's pretty significant. Okay, no, we gotta do that. If we just had any way to get 1 boost to the lioness right now, that would be really helpful. But alas. Yeah, it's so close, and yet I don't think we can really do it. Okay, moving that archer, there's not even a point to that, is there really? Because we're gonna do 1 attack there, we're gonna do 1 attack on here. This attack is gonna go on the mage and the gate. So even if we like did the archer here first, yeah, we wouldn't want to do that. So let's just prepare. Yeah. Looks good. Let's attack with Aburashi first. And so we might even not even need that entangling, but if we do need it, we're gonna be happy to have it. And so yeah, we might be punished if they have like an easy gate, easy way to recover from this. There we go. We didn't need the entangling, but that's okay. Oh, I guess we could have used the move with the entangling to get more kills. Okay, we'll save our other entangling. That's pretty solid. So, like, with, like, Shadow Knights and Gates, they might have a way to recover from this. And, like, put us on a back foot, having just spent, like, so many resources, but we just drew another Chant of Power entangling. I think the cards are coming our way this game. Like we had a first turn that we didn't have to feel bad about at all, just dumping all of our cards, and then we just have gotten gas. We've been able to play Chant of Power and entangling on the same turn twice in a row. We have another growth in here. If Mechiendo is like a rhino right now, this is like pretty much the god hand, just like right here. I have to see how they respond to that. But like, say this archer had only done like 3 damage, like, and then how much health? How much health did the gate have to start? 6. So like, Yeah. There's a decent chance we can get it with 6 ranged and 2 melee, but we could easily miss if the archer just does 4 or less damage, and then the rhino can do 1. So, okay, this is... If they don't have a gate, they're in a tough spot. Though I'd be surprised they're not moving back to over here. This play almost does imply a gate for me or something. We'll have to see. They could be in big trouble this next turn if they don't retreat and hide with us looking at a hand like this, especially if that rhino stays alive. No. Alright, well, the rhino exists in some capacity. Wait a second. Was that taken back? I see. Yes, yes. I wonder if you intended a glinting speed up. I assume not. I'm confused. Whatever. Glinting speed was not played. Okay. So we're just gonna rhino and entangle. How many boosts can we get on this rhino? Fair bit. Enough to make it worth it to go on the rhino with the power? Probably. So the rhino, so it would either be 6 dice with the border archer. So we could either get 6 range dice, or we could get 1, 2 with the chain of growth, 3 or 5 melee dice. 5 melee dice is going to be better than 6 range. I can confirm that, but I'm confident in that. It might be kind of close though. So actually, so 6 ranged, we're gonna say has a 34% chance of that, 67% chance of 4. 5 melee is 39 and 79, as opposed to, oh goodness, never mind. As opposed to 35 and 69. So it's only slightly better, but we can still do it. We didn't entangle them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got the nuts this turn. I think Abuashi can even attack too. Oh no, not quite. Because everything has to move before Abuashi attacks. Right? Yeah, because we can't... Well, no. If I just summon the rhino over here, I don't think that'd be the case. Yeah, so we just do rhino here. And now, this border archer can go... You know what, let's just go behind cylinder. I don't even think that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're just like bragging there. 1. Okay, but no, now we don't get Chant of Power. That's an L. We need Chant of Power. We're losing out. I mean, we're only losing out on... I mean, it's essentially losing out on 5 melee dice, right? I mean, is this worth exposing? No, we're losing out on more than 5 melee dice because it's over 2 attacks. No, over 2 attacks. Yeah, no, we're losing out on exactly 5 melee dice and exchanging them for 5 range dice. But we get to save the Chant of Power for later? I don't know. I think this is fine. I guess we're probably not getting the kill, though. Well, maybe I stand corrected. I don't think there was any way... Yeah, any way for Abuashi to attack and get Chant of Power. Yeah, and so if we do like Chant of Power on the Border Archer. Yeah, I feel like that was a misplay because like we do Chant of Power on the Border Archer. And we're not talking about. I think I've been in the clutches of some false reasoning. Because Chant of Power on the Rhino was 5 extra melee dice. On the Archer, it was I think like 9 extra range dice. So it's not a debate between 5 and, because we're looking at, I'm just looking at an 11 health cylinder and I'm like, wait, so here, okay, here we had 9 ranged for melee. Well, if we had just put Chant of Power on an Archer, we could have 11 ranged and 4 melee. So like, why didn't we just do that, etc. Do they not even? Oh, jeez. Jeez. Yeah, some games be like that. For sure. I wonder if it'd be better to. I think it'd be better to order it differently so we get the Chant of Power on the Archer. But I'm not gonna force Cherez to sit through me undoing that turn. No, because the Archer, yeah, the Archer could have gone closer and the Rhino could have gone further away. GG, that was fun. Maybe they're looking for another one. Since that was so quick. Maybe we got some more time. They say, where are my gates? Yeah, sometimes the Gatebuster can Gatebuster victory can come in nice. All right, looks like we're gonna play another game. Give us a second to get that set up though. They say let's do the same. All right, so we're gonna do the same matchup again. All right, let's do it. Yeah, that turn I definitely had pretty insane draws, so I can't expect to get that lucky again. Yeah, that's probably a good example of just, oh, we get to go first again, of like Savannah Elves going aggressive and it paying off, I guess. If you freaking ever even think about killing my lioness again, I will kill your children. Like, God, I hated that. You are a monster for killing that lioness turn 1. I want you to know that. I want you to know what I think of you. See, like this hand, I don't want to discard these cards. No one wants to discard these cards. Yeah. Now that Lioness is going all the way back there, just to be freaking safe against your nonsense. Probably got to discard Mekiendu and Spirit Mage. Mekiendu is so hard for me to discard just because she's just like so good and so easy to guarantee at late game. GG's. This Lioness isn't even safe. What the? Well, no, it is. Well, no, it's not, because they could Ranger. I just, fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right, we're holding the Archer. I mean, we could just like discard a Chant of Power and drop Mekienda. That would be kind of interesting. I wish those were any two other cards. Discarding Chant of Power feels wrong, so I'm not going to. I could hold on to Mekienda. No, there's just no way that's right to hold her turn one. So let's say goodbye. Play a different game. It's all right. Beans. Hey Beans, how's it going? Yeah, we already we just played one recently where we just played one where I got a Chant of Power kill on their gate early, and that was just the game basically. Ah, you're gonna fucking kill my lioness. No, you monster. I was trying to play around it and everything. Don't you dare. Don't do it. 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 Fucking hell. I mean, I deserve it. MIDI coming down next turn. Probably. Probably. Sorry, I'm just messaging them. God. MIDI coming down next turn. Probably not. MIDI's kind of bad for 8 magic. It's like very hard to just ever get the tree down, as sexy as the tree looks. God freaking yeah. I mean, like I see it. You got to go for it. And if I'm not like, if I'm trying to like keep away with my lioness, that's what. If you have an aggro and attacked it with like a normal person, you could have gotten extra health with it. It would have gone to 3 because my border archer. Yeah, so the mage is back here. So this border archer is either going to attack it with only 2, and I boost the lioness to 4, or I send the lioness back. The lioness, am I really going to put a 3 attack lioness over there? No, lionesses are champions or bust. Never would I ever even consider such a small brain coward move like that. Okay, what if I trample my speaking of small brain coward moves, what if I trample my own archer just to get a rhino down there? That seems pretty good. I'm persuaded. Do I want to do that? Wait, I don't, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking my critical brain cells are going off. That the rhino down there is just very easy. Like having seekers changes the name of the game because like occupying the spot is no longer as valuable because they just pop a unit here, attack, and then get rid of it. So I'm not actually forcing them to expose anything. So actually, no, never mind. Screw that. We're just gonna shoot at you. Get shot at. Nerd. I don't know. I'm gonna boost that one. Six health gate is open to attacks again. That's true. Huh, how much could I have boosted something up to this turn? I don't think enough to get 6, but close. The thing is with Shadow Elves, they have so many ways of reclaiming the gate, and if I miss, they can into darkness it, and so like it doesn't. No, fuck off. It doesn't normally work out so well or feel so great. I wonder if I hold Rhino. Rhino kill that gate. What do you like on a future turn maybe? There's yeah, I wonder if I kind of want to hold this Rhino. I kind of feel like it's going to be useful, but I also kind of want to discard it because I'm already holding a lot. I think I'm going to hold it. Let me know what you think you would have done. I mean, clearly the world is telling me to stop. You think you would have held that Rhino or discarded it? Ignore the fact that I immediately drew another one. Ignore that. Don't notice that. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be helpful here. I was hoping to draw like an entangling so we could Rhino. Going up to 5 is always nice. It is. It is always nice. I feel like I'm often too liberal on discarding commons that like aren't border archers, and so I'm trying to push myself, but yeah. Like people keep talking up rhinos and how good they are, and I don't feel like I use them that much, so because I'm just like, oh, it's a melee unit, it sucks. But they're not a melee unit, they can move 7 spaces. Yeah, damage that freaking gate. You won't. Maybe I should have boosted this one so I could respond and like beat up the gate. Yeah, keep damaging it. Keep damaging it. Yes. You see, the thing is they can easily have a tome, and so like double chant of power return. There's no way this happens. They have another gate. Look. What am I gonna do? Blow up both gates? I'm sure they stack. So they don't stack on a single unit, but because you can't give a single unit more than one copy of an ability, but you can target 2 different units in a turn. So I could have 2 different units that I boost up that I both give stuff. All right, so Gatebuster victory is probably out of the question. It still would be kind of nice to destroy this gate though, because like that forces them to spend a tome reclaiming it, which is like, hey, that's a tome that they're not spending reclaiming like anything else. And I mean, so I'm already seeing that archer can go up to 4, 5. That archer, we can get like 3 boosts on it. So it might be able to kill the mage and then damage the gate. But it's probably not worth it. It's probably not a worthy target for Chant of Power. But then again, I kind of just want to get them out of my hand. There you go. You freaking cowards. I mean, honestly, that makes me want to attack it more now that they've like put resources into it. I wonder if that's like this. I've been thinking so much about how to win with Shadow Elves that I haven't really been thinking about how to play against them. Like, do you want to rush them? Do you want to damage the gate? I don't know. Miss. No. I wonder if Rhino goes to here. Probably not. We probably kill this knight. This knight is like pretty exposed. We should take advantage of that, I think. Yeah. And then we could send it to 4 boosts so it can move up as well and get itself killed. Seems good. Do we need to discard a Chant of Power at this point? We might. You see any crazy Chant of Power this turn I'm missing? Like, just doesn't, it feels like we could get some value out of it, but like, eh. Like, maybe we just want to put Chant of Power on this border archer, but we can only get it to 3. We can only get 1 more boost, so like, still a decent chance it wouldn't even kill the mage on its first shot. This does feel kind of like a waste, because that guy's just like running up to die. Yeah, let me know if you would have done something different. And this border archer can finish this off if we need to. Holy crap. Come on. You better die. This guy doesn't die. No. There it is. Yeah, I would have sent the rhino to the front gate spot. Yeah, you think so? Yeah, it'd be nice to occupy. I'm just like, I want to damage things. And I'm thinking like it's pretty easy to punish, like just occupying front gate spots with what are they called? Seekers. Protected Bua too. That's true. That's true. All right, I feel like we are into discard Chant of Power territory. Let me know if you think he would have held it. Hey, look at that beautiful hand. I'm bad against Shadow Elves though, so don't mind me. I mean, I feel like I really, especially like thinking about the summoner scuffle yesterday. It's just like, and thinking about how much thought like goes into playing against high elves, or like how much you can think about that and how detailed that strategy can be. It's like, I do not like. I have not thought about that for Shadow Elves, like how to play against Shadow Elves. Like, okay, so let's say I am the Shadow Elves player. What do I want? I kind of want to just be able to like sit back and chill. But then again, I also don't mind you coming to me because I got like good tools to assassinate you. So I want, if you push, I want you to end up being exposed. But and if not, I want to just be able to sit back and chill. So maybe you do kind of want to rush the Shadow Elves. The Shadow Elves seem particularly tricky because like unlike Valeria, where like you rush Valeria, her positioning's not perfect. She's gonna get messed up pretty easily. The Shadow Elves are like kind of chilling if you rush them. Like it doesn't it doesn't really catch them off guard. I feel like they can respond pretty well. Yeah, it feels like we're losing value this game, which I'm not happy with. I'd be curious to see how that. I think after this we're gonna like review some Division 1 games. I'm curious to see how other people approach this matchup. Because it feels like just throwing a unit up there like that rhino, we're just throwing it into the meat grinder, like blah blah. It doesn't feel so good. I mean, it was nice that we got that Shadow Knight kill. Like in general, it feels like their units are better value than ours, just with their like ability to pick things up after they've been damaged, and like we're sinking 4 magic into a border archer every time we play with. Like 2 magic cost, 1 magic for whenever the opponent gets the magic, and 1 magic because we're getting rid of a card effectively. While like when you think about a seeker, a true seeker, if you have infinite boosts, which hello, you're essentially spending 1 magic to just do 3 damage. Well, we spent 4 magic to get a 4 health unit on the board, so the seeker value wins there. Punishing a Bua, I see it. That is just like easy pickings for us. I guess they're gonna pick it up, but I mean, I don't really care if they like you spent 2 magic on that, so it's not crazy value. Oh, interesting. And then the mage attacks the 9 health. I see it. I see it. Honestly, I kind of prefer that than like them killing it. No way. No way, Jose. No, you didn't. Oh shit. There's not a super safe place for them to retreat. No, I see that. Like, take advantage of it while you can. I'm a fan of that. A fan of that play for sure. And we don't really have what it takes to punish that, like, at all, really. Shame. Well, we got entangling, so we can get like we could put a lioness there and get like 6 melee. So we could either do like 8 ranged with a border archer or 6 melee. Freaking stop it. Let me do something to you. Okay, I guess I'll shoot at your gate, lol. Yeah, I mean, now Abu is out for the count. We exposed him once. Damn. Okay, so if we do a border archer, that's 8. That's 8 ranged. If we do a lioness, that's 6 melee. I think 8 ranged beats 6 melee. 8 range, chance of getting 6 is 46. 6 melee, chance of getting 6 is 34. Chance of getting 5 is 74. Well, 8 ranged is 73. But we can get higher. Yeah, so 8 range is better. It might be worse at like worse at like 2 damage or something like that, but we're not worried about that. Yeah, so I was thinking of sending a lioness up. Wait, but it's more than, okay, no, but we don't would also, it would be more than 6. What am I talking about? It would be with Chant of Power. Is there something weird here where we like shoot our own lioness? Okay, so lioness goes here with entangling. It attacks twice. It's now doesn't have that much health. Then we have an archer behind it that shoots it and also shoots cylinder. No way that's the play. So if we just moved up with Abushi, the lioness could attack for 8. This way we can get 6 melee. The border archer will then get an attack of 4 on the lioness and 4 on cylinder, as opposed to just 8 to cylinder's face. So we're exchanging 4 range dice for 6 melee dice, but we have to play our own lioness and kill it. I'm down to do that any day of the week. I find this amusing. Interestingly though, once this unit, it'll actually only be like 3 dice. Oh, and we can't entangle it. Okay. Do we want to play another border archer just to make this happen? Because we could do another border archer here, and still do all of this. Then we're just exposing another border archer needlessly, as opposed to, and it is only going to be the second attack. The second attack is only going to be 3 ranged. So now we're getting 6 melee, 3 ranged, as opposed to 8 ranged, and we have to kill our own unit, and we have to use Chant of Entangling. Okay. Let's just not. Hold on. What if I like did the whole spiel but with this border archer? So I would then I can have another border archer here. So we're up against 8 ranged was that play. The other play could be go to here, so we get 4 ranged on this one. The one behind it, Chant of Powers, to get 4 ranged on the border archer to kill it, plus an additional 3. So that's worse. But if we put Chant of Power on this archer up top, we can get 8 ranged with that one, and then we can get an additional 2 ranged with the one behind it. So we get 2 more dice on cylinder, But now we're exposing a fully healed archer instead of one that's partially dead. Which there's upsides and downsides too, but it is more dice on cylinder, and someone once told me that dice is good. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty all right. I mean, it technically has a chance at a kill, in the most technical of senses. Yeah, let's do it. No, it doesn't, but that's fine. Sorry, this does say after attack. Yes, okay. Not after attack an enemy card or something. All right, and that's our chant of power. Our chant of power is gone. Yeah, I was saying 8 dice because I was thinking of it being entangled with the lioness, but no, it's not. It's not 8. All right, and let's see. Difference between 5 health and 3 health is pretty huge as far as summoner safety. So that's pretty sweet. What do we discard now? I think a lioness and a rhino. I think we want to go to 4. Gotta stay at 4 to keep up the pressure. Yep, that seems good. Whoops, sorry about that. Hope that wasn't too loud. That was loud for me, but there's some sort of compressor or something or other on this microphone, so. Yep, just like kill the archer for free and then you're chilling. But now if we can just ever get a rhino, get like an entangled rhino over there, we can just win, so. They do have to be careful, but as far as resources go, I guess we're about tied. I don't feel so great because I know that a lot of my best cards are gone. I know that both Chant of Powers are gone, and I know that Makienda is gone. I have Midi Kairu. That's what we're going to play for. And I think we're just going to try to make them work for every step. We got a lot of boosts, which might put him ahead right now. We'll just have to see. Yeah. What happened to these summoners? I stepped away. Yeah. You remember when you were like, it was like, oh, if you put the rhino there, it would also protect Ambushi. They sent a shadow mage and a glinting speed cylinder to get 8 dice on Abua. And it was rough, but then they were only able to retreat there, so we were able to respond with 9 dice of our own. And yeah, this is where we're at. You know, there's, it might have been insinuated. Yeah, I played the 5th. I don't know. This in the aggro versus econ video, just boosting my ego. I was hoping you'd like that. It's funny. I'm glad Colonel enjoyed that video enough to post about it. It's yeah, it's fun to just like I definitely yeah, it's fun to like have you guys in chat just to like talk about like every little play, like when I just very little things. So just being like, I'd put that rhino there instead of there, just to like to get to like dissect the details of that. That's a lot of fun. Yeah, and you were proven right in the aggro versus econ video too. Because I ended up doing it at the end and getting the kill, even though 5 on 4 is less than a 50% chance. So you know, like more than half the time I don't get the kill. Huh. Can we kill Cylinder? We can kill Cylinder. No, we don't have a border archer on board. If there was a border archer on board, we could kill Cylinder. Oh, we can still do it with a lioness? Yeah, we can. All right. Here's another thing. Do we go for the kill right now? Do we go for the lioness? No, no, we can't do it. We can't do it. No. No, 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 no. Okay, we can because so we need a two. Sorry, I'll get to this once it's our turn. More than 50% of the time you'd miss, but then have the rhino run up and kill. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But then you don't have chant of power to kill Katu. It still seems I'm curious to hear like some other players' takes on that situation. I wonder if like yeah, I just wonder what people would do. Okay, so if we had 5 magic, like all we need is 2 boosts for something to run up here and just end Abuashi or end Cylinder. Same thing. But all that we can really get there is like a spirit mage. Um, I know, right? If I like, but that you gotta be thinking that, right? Like, but like, and then the balanced player that takes everything in moderation considers both options. You know, like you can't because sometimes when I'd start playing Summoner Wars, like I would just like sort of just like manically go for something that was like a 65% chance and then I'd miss it and be super mad. But it's like me not having a plan for that 35% chance where I missed was me being bad. Like I need to be ready for that to miss. Like a 95% chance, okay, no, I don't need to be ready for a 95% chance to miss. So that just misses. Okay, what am I doing this turn? Yeah, so I can get a spirit mage there. That's it. I can get a spirit mage to go 3 on 3 for the kill. Do I go for it? Like probably, right? There's no way to get the lioness there, because we can't get the lioness to 4 boosts without the spirit mage, and we don't have the magic for it. Do you think we hold? Beans, you play this game. You play this game. I can't like this is an assassination game now. Do you think we hold? Do we do have another entangling. Beans, would you go for the 3 on 3? I don't know if I'd go for it. You wouldn't go for it. Well, you've got nothing else going this turn, and it's all rage. Screw you. You wouldn't go for 3 on 3. I want to go for it. What's happening? Yeah, go for it. Worst case scenario, you lose. Beans wouldn't go for it. You're just messing with me at this point. This is like that is like the balls are mindset though. Of just like worst case scenario, you lose. Yeah, like the problem is there's nothing else going for me this turn. Like I totally see that. Um, like is this rhino? I'm probably just gonna move back with it. Um, all right, the play has been sanctioned. We're doing it. I don't care. Yeah, boost itself. This rhino is going over here. Oh, this rhino can boost itself. Awesome. Do you think I want to just put the rhino here? Probably. Okay, good stuff. Oh, nice self boost. Yeah, for sure. Easy game, easiest game of my life. All right, and then probably discard both of these. Yeah, we're chilling. We're big chilling. I think we're losing econ at this point. How many Shadow Knights does it take to kill me? A lot. I think we're safe over here, right? Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. This play is happening way too quickly. That's only two. Are you gonna like glint all the way in there? Yeah, you only need one more damage, and then you can glint in there. Oh, this is so sexy. So if they can just get one more boost on cylinder and they have glinting speed, they can come all the way in here for the win. Oh, maybe they don't have it though. Because they got to get, and now they can't go back. They need one more boost. So either they messed up or they don't have glinting speed. They played that turn so quick though that I feel like they have it. And now maybe they're like, oh wait, crap. No, but they're still fine because they can still like shoot their own gate. Self attack works exactly. So the mage is more guaranteed. All right, they don't have glinting speed. Skill issue. Are they attacking my gate? What's going on with this down here? Can we get another? No. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, a fully boosted rhino can get there. I don't think we're getting to that this turn. I won't lie. Could have Shadow Pulse. Yes, that is it. That is it. You're right. GG's, GG's. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I was confused. I was like, what's going on there? GG's, fun game. Let's see. I'm guessing Cherez is gonna hop on to voice chat over here. Give us a second. And I think we were thinking of looking at. So now we've tried this matchup. What do the pros have to say about it? Compare ourselves to unrealistic role models and whatnot.
How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself? Can you hear me?
Good.
Oh, good.
I'm not sure, sir, if I played that game right, but
that
it somehow worked.
That's a weird game. And let me know in chat here if Cherez is too loud, too quiet, or whatever. I'm trying to adjust the volume so it sounds right. Yeah, those were two weird games.
The first one was really well played by you. So what happened was I was like scrolling through the combat log to look at how many events you had played.
Yeah.
And then I go to live. I'm like, wait, what happened? It's just my summoner.
That's funny. Yeah, in this most recent game, like Beans easily like walked away for 2 turns and came back, and both summoners had lost 7 health. Yeah,
Yep.
that's crazy. Yeah, for all that I'm playing Shadow Elves recently, I'm sure not like I sure don't really feel like I'm playing around them effectively. I was like, oh, Aburashi, he's fine here. That was not the case. Just ducked out his head a little bit and was punished. You still over there? Can't hear you right now.
Oh, sorry. My mic was down.
Oh, no worries.
Rhinoceroses are insane, and I think I think it's always hard to. It's always different when you. The problem with like you said, more complex factions like Shadow Elves and other ones is sometimes, and even like with Sand Elves, it's hard sometimes to see all the plays even if you play it a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
but yeah, no, those are two very fun games. I'm very happy about the Ranger, the turn one Ranger kill on your line.
You did it twice in a row. Two games in a row. And this game, I was like, all right, I'm gonna play around it, and then I freaking didn't even play around it. Like, ah.
Well, I think like what are the odds of that happening? Right, it's 25% chance. So it's.
No,
I'm not sure if it's even a good
no,
play by me.
it's higher than that. I think it's a 44.
Oh, true, because it's 60. Oh, it's 2/3 chance of getting a ranged dice, right? Or is it
Yeah,
half?
it's 2/3.
2/3.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Yeah, those are funny. So like when I played this matchup in the league, there was two like brutal grindy games against Aaron. I actually did the same thing as my Savannah Elves. I beat Aaron by breaking their gate and surprising them. But then the other game was like this like brutal econ that came down to just like every last little bit. And I ended up losing that as Shadow Elves, but like I feel like the Shadow Elves can compete at like the ranged econ game with Savannah Elves, though I need to play this more to see for sure.
Yeah, I'm curious if people, because I know that overall it was very Savannah Elves favored, but at the same time, that's also probably due to people being way more comfortable with Savannah Elves
Yeah, I think
than
that's
Shadow Elves.
yeah, yeah. I think the matchup probably at the end of the day is balanced or even Shadow Elves favored.
I agree. I agree.
But
Um,
yeah.
no, I'm excited. It'll be interesting. What did they say that there's gonna be 60 something factions? Um,
66
like
guaranteed.
66, guaranteed 66. It's gonna be crazy when that 10 years from now when that happens, or whenever. It's gonna be a pretty wild. I'll be curious. I mean, I hope it gets bigger, of course. In which case maybe people have more strategies. But at the same time, even if it gets bigger, I'm curious how it'll become very like intuitive, I guess. Like just going by instincts, because you can't really memorize. You sort of know what both matchups are doing, but at the same time, it'll be very hard to like uh, plan out. Like just because there's so many different strategies and so many different factions and so many
Yeah.
complex factions.
Yeah, like
Um,
you could spend a month just playing one matchup and like
yep.
and still not feel like you've mastered it, or at least maybe that's a skill issue. Maybe I should speak for myself. I could play the same matchup for a month
No, I
straight
think you're right.
and still feel like I don't understand every in and out. And so and yeah, like we're scaling exponentially, getting like every new two is a lot more matchups and whatnot.
Mm-mm. An interesting matchup, which we should not right now, but for
Yeah.
later, which is actually interesting, I think, is uh, High Elves versus Fallen Kingdoms. Just because I think Fallen Kingdoms is probably at a disadvantage, but at the same time, it's like again one of those like sort of assassination factions versus more conservative. But also like High Elves are not really, they're not. They can be grindy if you want to play that way.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Wait, which one are you saying is the assassination? Which one the conservative?
I think, I mean, at least the way I play Fallen Kingdoms, I always play it for like assassinations,
Yeah.
like try to go in.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because Blood, I think, is probably one of the best cards in the game. It's like one of those weird decks where it's like the deck gets super duper complex because of Blood and Archers, and but outside, like when you run out of those two events, or Blood and the other one, it feels like very like, what do I do? you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
sorry.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I assumed you meant. But I've also like I've seen people like go like really aggro with Valeria. Hargrada says in chat, well, we solved high elves versus shadow elves yesterday. Yeah, yeah, and I think Beans easily would probably back you up here, saying Fallen Kingdom going assassination. I like to play him for an econ play style and like sneak in assassinations where I can, but like undead carriers can be kind of crazy, just like getting tons of recursion if you could play them. I agree that like that sounds like a fun matchup, like actually, just because like Valeria can be passive, and so probably would do more of a ranged mode. But a lot of times, like her pressure comes from like just moving up and putting a bunch of units in your face, and that's like exactly what Fallen Kingdom wants. Like if the other person has to be aggressive and melee, Fallen Kingdom is just like, yes, I will infect you. I will undead carriers everywhere. Oh, and Beans easily points out in chats, Law of Sanctity only causing 1 damage to Rhett on his ability is great. That's true. You can raise the
Yep,
dead
yep.
for just 1. I hadn't thought about that. That's a lot of fun.
Let me see if I can find the. You only need to watch the last turn, but it's one
Okay.
of my proudest games because it was very early on when high level, so profit was not nearly as good. But the ending I think is very fun.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm,
Is this like a subtle brag moment? No, I'm joking.
exactly, it is. It is. I'm not gonna hide that. I'm not gonna hide
No, no,
that.
you gotta take them where you can get them.
Let's
The
see.
first time I beat Waterdeep after like 6 or 7 straight losses was like yes, and it was they had like a really unlucky game, but it was like still in here. It was like yeah, I freaking beat Waterdeep. I did it. um,
Yeah, now you're going even with them in the at least in the 45-minute games.
yeah,
So
no,
it's
like
good to see.
skill issue, student has become the master, etc. No, it's still
There it is.
yeah,
Okay.
those are a lot of fun.
Hopefully this still loads. I think it should. All right, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
It's my one humble brag for the day. Even though I think I would have lost this game if he didn't go so. If he had played the deck more and I think it was like limit testing here. Um,
You say look at the last 2 turns.
just the last turn. I think he was testing law of sanctity here. And then I won this game. I was like number 5 in the ladder. Then I got destroyed because it was like the first day, and now I'm like low, 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 low.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Oh, Valeria's way over there. Oh,
Like I said, I don't think it.
this is gonna be an interesting kill because with Song of Sanctity up. Uh, because cultists when they purge, that's 2 different effects, so that's 2 damage each.
Yep, yep. It took
Wow.
me.
Just getting every possible soul shift there. Oh. There you go, and then for the kill.
But
Hey, that's all.
yeah.
That's really fun. That's cool.
I don't think this would ever happen in like a game now, but it was just it was a fun game. Like
You
he was
know,
so far ahead.
yeah, you take what you can get. I mean, that's yeah, that'll happen. I mean, a summoner that close to Ret is always scary. Yeah, that's funny. Even with Song of Sanctity, you can get through it. That's pretty beautiful.
But yeah,
Uh,
do you want to watch? I guess do you want to watch a game or do you want to play another game or what do you think?
yeah. Let's watch since we just played that matchup. Let's watch some. Wanna go to Vexer?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, wait. Can I pull up? Okay, I'm blocking my screen. Oh, all right. Look away at the screen. I'm blocking my screen so I don't see who won. Okay, I see they played against Brad Elf with these 2 matches. You want to watch them?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm
Let
down.
me click on this. Do we want to see? I guess we probably want to see Vexer's Shadow Elves, or do we want to see how they play against Shadow Elves? Or we could watch both.
I'm happy to watch both. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Doing Shadow Elves. Well, maybe let's see how they play against Shadow Elves first. I'm kind of interested. I try to
Mm,
very quickly reset. Look away from the screen. So I don't see who won, even though that's silly of me. All right, got a link now. It hasn't revealed who's won. Do you want to? I'm not sure how much of a delay it is for you watching on my stream. When you were watching that game with Botalis there, how much of a delay did it look like?
There's probably like a 5-10 second delay somewhere between there.
Okay. Do you think it's easier for you to look at the game as for us to like press play at the same time, or you just to watch from my
Yeah, we can do
stream?
that. Or I'm happy to whatever. I'm also happy to stream the game on Discord if that's easier for you. Or you can stream it, or we can just watch it. We can also just press play if that's easier. Whatever
Yeah, I
works
don't
better.
know if my computer's gonna take
Okay.
more stream. Yeah, because I mean it's also if you're on a 5 second delay, that's not huge also. Let's try pressing play, and I guess we just won't pause it.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't actually know how it works. Like different processing powers might like we might end up before and behind anyway.
I'll keep your
Uh,
stream open, and then
okay.
I'll press play at the same time, and then
Yeah, we'll just, and I mean, this is a good test. We can see whether this works or not. I'm sure there's a better way to do this at some point. Anything else? Yeah, I have auto auto dismiss events and auto dismiss attack animations. I have both of those on. Um, yeah, thanks, Bean. Yeah, that was a really cool turn. Okay. Let me know when you're ready here.
uh, okay, cool. We can start.
All right, 3, 2, 1, start. All right, so this is Vexer's Savannah Elves versus Brad Elf's Shadow Elves.
Mm.
Yeah, and let me know if it looks like things are asynced from your end whenever that happens. We just Cherez and I just played a game of each match from each side, and now we're gonna look at how some of the pros are doing it. Sorry, were you gonna say something?
I don't know. I always with Savannah Elves, I always have trouble when you start with a bunch of lionesses. It's like no other because they're really good if you can like get a bunch of boosts on them, right? But if you have no way of doing that outside of your summoner, it can get. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I discard lionesses a fair bit. Like,
Mm,
I'm just like, oh, this is too much work. I'm not building this. Especially like, because I see a lot of like people that seem to know what they're doing. Like, it's like putting lionesses in the back and like building them up, and it's just like,
mm.
oh goodness. But now I'm gonna have to like move it forward like 5 spaces after I've fully boosted it. Um, Bean says, I don't know. I feel like getting to 4 is pretty solid. That's true. I feel like getting to 3 doesn't feel good. So,
Mm.
um,
If you get an attack, and then it feels fine. True. Then it's a 4-3 for 2, which is completely fine. Or
yeah.
not the best, but it's fine.
But if it's only 3 health, it feels kind of bad.
Mm.
And sometimes it's like, well, if you have to choose whether or not to put Aboshi's boost on the Border Archer or the Lioness, I think that turn it worked out because the Border Archer was already in front of a mage, so it could hit prepare. But with the 2 starting setups, the mage is too far back for the Border Archer to just hit prepare, so you can't
Mm.
boost both the Border Archer and the Lioness. You have to pick one, and so that's why I was trying the move of moving back with the Lioness, but that clearly didn't work twice in a row. So
Yeah, no, those are just very lucky. It might be. I think for
yeah,
so
no.
I think for Shadow Elves, I wonder how they're going to use their unsummons, because I feel like that might be one of the best tools Shadow Elves has. Like especially if you have something with a ton of boost and you unsummon it, must feel so bad.
Yeah, yeah. So my pet theory with this matchup is that if the Shadow Elves have infinite boosts, they win the ranged game, and if they don't have many boosts, then the Savannah Elves win the ranged game.
Mm.
And like that's sort of just because of that Return to Darkness mechanic. Like if I can just send a True Seeker down and hit your Border Archer and then pick it up, I just spent 1 magic to do 3 damage, which is like pretty good, or 2 to 3 damage, which is like great value as opposed to the Border
True.
Archers. You're paying a lot of magic to play them, but that assumes that you have an infinite boost. So that's sort of yeah, that's my theory about it, but it's I can't be sure. I need to watch a lot more.
So it seems like so far they're both just. So Vexer got like a really nice hit on the summoner, but outside of that, it seems like he's really playing to uh, So it's interesting that he's the one who's playing aggro here,
Yeah.
right? Because he has a forward gate.
Sorry, that the Bradolf is on the.
Oh, sorry. Bradolf is playing forward.
Yeah,
And then
no,
Vexor's
that forward gate interests me. Like I do not do that with Shadow Elves. I think I've seen Vexor though also in some other games like play gates more forward than I would expect.
Then he gets the. That's probably the best. I don't play too much Sand Elves, but I'm assuming when you get that down, that summoner, the lion one, you feel really good because it's so versatile.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the only unit in their deck that can move after the move phase, which you just feel like there's got to be a lot of uses for that.
So this is an interesting play because it feels like if he has a Rhino in hand. So that's why I always feel like I think one of the biggest dangers, as you showed in the last 2 games, is basically Rhinos, right?
Oh,
A Shadow Elf
yeah.
or a Sand. And
Savannah Elves, yeah.
Savannah Elves, sorry. And then gates are of course the best defense because they can't go through gates.
Yeah.
But I'm curious about that play.
Yeah, sometimes it feels bad to just like throw a bunch of value as the Savannah Elves against the Shadow Elves, like because that Rhino is kind of just sitting there. I guess they were trying to break that gate down.
Oh, sad rule. Oh, does he get it? Does he? Oh wow, he gets it.
There we go. So you're like 3 seconds behind me right now. That's all right. We'll take it. I saw that like 3 seconds before you. I was just waiting.
So I'm not sure about this play again because the summoner is like super exposed. I would have. I mean, like I said, by not sure I don't mean that it's the wrong play. It's just something which I wouldn't do.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at I'm looking at the Seeker in front of Cylinder at the end of that turn. Yeah, I mean, so like where Abuashi is, Abuashi wouldn't be able to get a Chant of Power onto Cylinder. This turn, like his Chant of Power is within range of 3 of Abuashi. Oh no,
I see.
I guess though a Border Archer could kill the thing and shoot through. So like, you're less threatened than if like there could be a Rhino that goes adjacent to Cylinder and also can be Chant of Powered. So yeah. Bean says in chat that Bradolf can be a more aggressive player, and I mean that tracks with what we're seeing right now. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
This is a potential kill attempt right here. Probably not, but
it sure is.
There was a chance. 9 range dice.
It's a lot of dice.
So I think.
Did anyone see how much health did Abuashi start with? Was Abuashi at full?
7.
7.
He's at 7.
Interesting. And if you feel like you probably die if you missed that, sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, exactly. It seems like Bradolf's game plan. I'm not sure at what point he thought this, but maybe he always planned on this. Was to be more like I need to be the one who assassinates, versus like what you said, potentially high elves can play more. And I'm curious how Vexor plays it in the next game, to play more back.
I'm seeing both Chant of Powers are bottom 6 right now for Vexor. Otherwise, we
destroy them both.
No, they're both in the deck right now.
Oh, I see.
And there they are.
Wow, he survived that turn. That's actually crazy.
I know. Well, yeah. I mean, like without a Chant of Power, like.
And I guess there's not that much damage.
What are you gonna do? Attack with Abuashi?
And it's interesting that he double stacked the gate. I'm guessing he's afraid of an unsummon on the archer, or someone hitting. I guess he can't get any damage to it. Huh.
Yeah. Well.
Twice stacked.
Yeah, I mean, like I guess not to have like a ranger shoot through or something, or like if anything could kill, if like Midi Kairu wasn't there and like something killed the Border Archer, he could glinting speed in to get the kill or something.
Oh, I just meant the Midi Kairu could just be in the the gates, so where the archer is currently, and
Yeah.
it would have blocked. It would have done the same thing.
Yeah, no, that's true. I guess yeah, I'd have to look back and see. Bean says, "Geez, these rolls are so bad." You know, that's how it be sometimes. I mean, and sometimes I don't know what goes around comes around and whatnot. Range dice are hitting perfect and melee are missing. Yeah, that'll happen. Cylinder exposing himself. He's gotta be dead this time, right? No way you live through that. I guess probably Brattle feels behind right now.
Yeah, it is zero mana and 3 cards left, so it's hard to discard.
Yeah. Okay,
Lucky.
we're still sort of protected, but no, you're dead, right? You gotta be dead.
No powers have been used, yeah. I guess Vexer's playing really safe here.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. I get like it's very hard for him to lose.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're this ahead. Yes, I mean this was a lot more. Ooh, wow. That's a miss. This was a lot more like aggressive midfield of a fight than I would expect with these two factions. I'm curious to see how Vexer approaches it. Though, as Beans pointed out, that might just be Brattle's playstyle. I have to see.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. He definitely had a shot to win this game. I'm curious, because at that point he sort of did go a little bit all in. So I'm curious whether he always planned for that or whether he just felt behind, like you said, and he was like, okay, I'll just go for this. 9 range dice, 7 health.
Let's I wonder if Brattle's mindset was, these are the Savannah Elves, I can't win Econ, I'm just gonna go in and assassinate.
I really like Vexer's also like gate positioning in the back, like 3 gates in the second, and then a Spirit Mage on the side. That just like, or just not even the Spirit Mage is not even needed, to be honest. Probably. I mean, it's really safe to have the Spirit Mage there, but just these gate positionings make it like super duper hard for.
Yeah. Do you remember when these gates were dropped? Were they? I'll have to click back. Like, were they recent or?
I'm curious if they're before. I know that at least 2 of them were down before the assassination, and then let's see.
Yeah, I can click back and look at the end of the game.
So the assassination happened turn 14, and then I guess he put the 2 more gates. But he already had this sort of interesting gate to the side.
I see. Yeah.
Second row.
Huh. Are you still up to date with what's happening right now?
Oh no! How's this game still going on?
don't worry about it. I mean, it's basically there was a 4-on-2. There's 4 range dice on 2 that missed to kill Cylinder. Cylinder's just dodging all the bullets. All right, it looks like it just ended on my screen.
It's actually, I mean, without the champion, this game's actually, he had 4 mana and 2 more cards. Like, there's a chance if the gate didn't die. I mean, no, it was still very one-sided, but
yeah, well,
it's closer than I thought it'd be. So
I feel like that's the case with like all games, like with Econ. It's just like it's even like where you feel like you're dominating, it ends up like you're only like 2 or 3 units ahead. It ends up being closer.
Oh, that's a great point. Yeah, I completely agree. Sometimes you're like, I have 7 more cards than my opponent, and somehow you end up both on, very few units at the end. Like that OD Sand Goblins game we played, and I was like, how?
Yeah.
How'd that run out?
Yeah, it'll just happen. Yeah, it looks like, I mean, so there was an interesting. Wait, I'm confused. Wait, I swear I saw a gate further. I'm looking at gate placement. Am I going crazy? Oh, Cylinder into Darkness. That must have into Darkness the gate that was like up in front.
I see.
Because that's how we ended up. We end up with 3 gates that are in totally different spots. And Aburishi doesn't have a way to reclaim a gate on his own. But yeah, like we did get a gate sort of just like in the center, sort of defensively almost, it looked like, which like makes sense whenever she was at 7 health, and then the other gates were like after the assassination attempt.
So is Sandel's one of the factions who had their starting gate changed from release, like from the initial release?
Um, no, so it's unofficial. In the tournament that happened most recently, there was a different starting setup for Savannah Elves. They
Hmm.
had I forget what it is, but essentially like the lionesses moved back to like have less of a swingy first turn versus second turn. Because like first turn, with Savannah Elves, your lioness, you get to boost it a bunch and it has a ton of attack. Well, if you go second turn, it's just like dead, and so to like try to get rid of that disparity, but that's not official yet. So I don't
I
think
see.
there's any starting setups that have been changed officially yet.
Mm. 'Cause I think people think right now, just because it's of the nerfs to polar dwarves and other things, that sand elves are probably one of the strongest factions in the game, right? Um,
Yeah, the Savannah Elves.
Savannah elves, sorry, yeah,
Yeah, no,
Savannah elves.
yeah, no, that's what everyone keeps saying. I still suck at them.
Me
But
too. Me too.
yeah, I mean, and you see why. Like you see the border archers and just how strong they are. The border archers just like sort of a two magic 4/4 is just like insane, and
Mhm.
um yeah, all the tricks they can pull with boosts and rhinos and whatnot.
Yeah, they can play more conservative or not. Yeah, it seems like yeah, most all the factions who can play like sort of two styles are always like, or usually are really good. Or
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
uh,
I think my take on it is that like the fact that the Savannah Elves have border archers just like gives them the ranged advantage kind of always. So like if the Savannah Elves, so like the Savannah Elves are gonna have this range superiority, so like a lot of times they're gonna force the opponent to come to them just because they have border archers. Like if border archers were like a 3/4, like it could just be very different because like now you're not necessarily always gonna be winning the ranged game, but because you are, your opponent is like it's not to say every game will be a ranged fight, but like if it is, you're probably winning, and so your opponent probably it's the burden's on your opponent to like do something different. It's sort of my take on it. Though obviously there are factions that can beat the Savannah Elves at range.
mm,
I think Shadow
those are
Elves are
great
the
points.
one. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. That's my take on it. Not sure if that ends up being right or not. I think Border
I'm
Archers.
curious.
Yeah.
Hold on.
No, no, no.
I'm curious if Baldruff had a gate to like the far right. If he could have tried to do something there, because the problem I think is all the gates are sort of clumped next to each other, and there's like only two ways to actually reach the summoner. But I'm not sure how. He would have to get a nice shadow step turn. Um,
Yeah.
but I think at this point, because it's really at this point, it's like really really hard. Like once he misses this assassination attempt, uh, so here he's really behind on board. And so I think his probably his thought process is, please don't kill me next turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how can I get those last two damage on?
Yeah.
Um, and so yeah, no, Vexer makes this really hard. I guess at this point it's already lost. I can't really think of anything he could do. Um, to have like a lot of luck.
Yeah, just getting sneaky. I mean, there's something interesting too, I guess, with like shadow pulses.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't a single shadow pulse played, but Abushi at 2, it's like, like I guess you're probably afraid of Abushi just being adjacent to a gate.
True.
I hadn't thought about that. It's sort of just forget the shadow pulse exists. That's like,
I mean, this is what.
yeah,
Sorry,
no, no.
I'm. I know it's very hard, and hopefully, eventually, they're able to do it. But it'll be interesting to see Beldulf's hand here to see if he has any gates, um,
Yeah.
and if he could, because potentially no, it'd be really hard.
Yeah. I think Joe said it's a feature that like he's interested in doing, but it's not easy to code right now. So
No,
maybe at some point.
I'm already happy with everything.
Yeah.
Should we go on to the next game?
Yeah, let's do it. Let me grab so Shadow Elves. Shadow Elves.
So happy to have Bean on the call. So if he wants to join, or
Bean, you wanna jump in here? All right, here's the game. Lol, sure. Okay, sweet. Let's do it. Let me. Okay, wait. I don't know if I'm friends with both of you. I'm gonna send you a friend request if not.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sending one to you, Cherez. See if I'm Beans. All right, I sent you a friend request too, Beans. So I can make a group chat. All right, I'm gonna call this over here. Hello again.
Hello.
And here's the link.
Hello.
Hey, how's it
Hi,
going?
Bean.
I don't know if I can accept your friend requests. We are enemies, no friends.
Econ will always win. Aggro is inferior. You can't keep getting away with this.
Well, that's our last couple games, no big deal. Now I've got the game up. Randolph versus Vexer. Vexer is Shadow Elves, right?
Okay, sweet. I'm just adjusting some volume. Okay, looks good. All right, well, I'll just hit play at the same time. You get, Cherez, you ready?
Ready.
All right, all right.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
So I'm curious if he keeps the darkness or not, because I feel like I would keep it.
I would too.
Yeah, I tend to keep it and then never find a good use for it.
What is that gate placement? What? Am I playing Shadow Elves like desperately wrong? Like, what is that? What the heck are you doing?
Vexer does that a lot.
I've seen
in the
it.
Tournament of Championship, he did that a lot, and I would never ever think to put my gate like that.
It reminds me of when Donkey started putting his gate as Fallen Kingdom in, what is it, like E3, like just to the right of your 10 health gate, and that like rocked my world.
I still don't really understand how that works with Fallen Kingdom, but I do it too, and it works.
Yeah. I do the same thing. It works somehow.
I don't know if I ever would have started doing it if I hadn't seen it. Like, surely at some point I would have like tried it and been like, oh, this works. But like, I don't know if I would have started doing it if I hadn't seen Donkey do it.
Yeah. This is like a whole different game. There's so many Shadow Elves units on the board.
This is so funny because like I'd predict it's like this like grindy econ shoot at each other, and like nope, just going up there, dropping a gate. That's really interesting.
We got another diagonal gate there.
And Braildolf says, I'm gonna play your game, and also has a forward gate. We have two forward gates.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
like,
no, go ahead.
That diagonal gate is so weird because it just restricts so much movement, but I guess they just like see it in the moment as a good thing rather than like actually long term.
Well, I feel like I can see it for like picking things up, because like it's just nice to be able to spawn something further up and then just like bounce it, and it's like, okay, worst case scenario, they occupy that gate and now they're like attacking a 5 health gate and like you don't care. I don't know. Yeah, I could see that comboing well with like Return to Shadows.
Yeah. Bradolf just building boost on a Bua back there.
Midi Kairu coming down in both games. Interesting.
Yeah. Need the kind of like trickiness.
Such a nice saddle pulse. He has another one.
Oh yeah.
Wait, did they play Shadow Pulse? Sorry, go ahead.
Two of them getting on a Bua too. When did they get that damage on that back gate?
Oh wait. I'm watching my own game. Maybe. Oh, never mind. So Ben10's game. I was watching it live on my screen, and Ben's game is.
I'm way behind you guys.
What? How did that work? I clicked it when you hit go.
Like, if maybe your both of your computers are running faster than mine right now.
Do you have the like turn or like you have to click X on every event and stuff like that? Or
No, no, I'm not. I'm just watching it. Okay, now I'm getting the double Shadow Pulse play. Oh, that's really nice. I see what you guys are talking about.
You're like 2 turns behind now.
Well, I'm guessing that's yeah. My computer's running slow because I'm streaming and whatnot. Something I need to fix at some point. Well,
You're breaking out your old dial-up computer with the like big rectangle thing going.
well, basically, so I'm streaming from a Mac laptop right now, which is like amazing that it's gotten this far. That's definitely pushing it when it's like a Discord call and Summoner Wars and OBS. Okay, do we want to try to like all click on the same turn again or something?
We can pause and then wait for you to catch up.
All right, fine. I'll tell you where I am. You guys could also just like watch my stream and just be like 5 seconds behind me.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Move.
Okay.
All right. I'm seeing your stream. We got the one attack going on the Spirit Mage.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah, yours does look slower.
So it's interesting he decides to. I guess he realizes that there's no real assassination attempts right now in Albuna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, okay, yeah, I kind of tuned out for a little bit there, but we've just sort of been trading units back and forth in this like midfield here. You guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're getting the Shadow Elves are just hitting harder basically.
Also, is that the same darkness? I think he's kept the same darkness since the starting hand, which is cool.
I think so.
Wow, and he's not even using it right now. Like
his 10 health is down to 5 too. Like
doesn't
might
care.
be tempted to use it there.
Yeah.
Like that first game. I think it was 6 health, but still.
Yeah. I played a game against Orange Laz against like Balzar, and I didn't use my Into Darkness on the turn that I brought my gate down to 4 health, which was stupid for obvious reasons.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
I lost that game.
Oh, that's so risky.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I'm surprised he went after that one and not the knight, just to clean it up.
Yep.
Is there no punish here?
Apparently not.
Huh. And we're not even
little...
like... Go ahead.
Just a little punish with that mage.
Not even. It's attacking midi now. Wow.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever used darkness on a champion? Like a greater than 5 health?
You can, right?
Yep.
I thought it was only common or gay.
Sorry, ask the question again.
Oh, you're right.
Oh,
you're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
You're right. Sorry. I misread it. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I've definitely tried to before though, and just like failed.
So was it? Because originally you could play 2 darknesses in a turn. Are you can still do that, or is it still? I thought there was like a. It was during a tournament. It was not allowed or something.
I think you can.
Yeah, so you can't play 2. You can't have 2 active events up at the same time. So anything that just says active at the top that like has an ongoing effect. I don't think Into Darkness has that. So I think you can't play 2 on the same turn.
He's had this knight just chilling in that spot.
In the same spot.
For a long time.
I guess it's anti-rhino, or I guess rhinos can go through, but anti-attaching to or event with rhino.
So like finally forcing Brattle to come forward a little bit, it seems like finally doing what I'd expect the Shadow Elves to do, which is just like hang back and like deny kills and whatnot.
Well, there are the rolls. Should have entered darkness that gate.
Should have.
True. Alrighty, so now it looks. I'd be very happy if I was the Sand Elves player.
Yeah.
It's sad Salindar can't get boost off himself.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm still fine as the Shadow Elves. Like, we're not that behind on resources. Like, we still have a gate. We have a tome to reclaim the other gate if we want to now. I feel like we might. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're okay. Shadow Elves more than a lot of factions can handle. Like, this kind of thing without having a gate right where you want it.
Mm.
Yeah. Wow, using a chant of power on that lioness.
Interesting.
That's yeah. I mean, yeah, getting these two down because these two Shadow Knights. I mean, they could last the whole game otherwise. I guess Cylinder doesn't have that many boosts. Okay, that's actually probably where I'd call it with being like Cylinder only at 1 boost right now, especially is gonna be tough. Also,
He's 3 now.
hey, yeah.
So he's going for the. No, he's not going for the assassinate.
Ooh,
going for something.
there's the Enter darkness. It's crazy to see a Bua this high up.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Do not see this often.
Yeah, that's what.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Savannah Elves have to like want to be a bit more aggressive in this matchup, but like it's weird.
Yeah.
I think specifically that turn, I'm not sure why he was that far up. Maybe to get boost on the lion. I don't know.
I think
Good
also Chant of Power is still within 3.
Oh, true. 3, yeah.
I mean, he just had that clump, basically. I don't know what the purpose of it was, but that's what he was doing.
I mean, he pushed up with 2 different lionesses.
Jeez. Just making quick work of that 7 health.
Yep.
You
So at
just
this point, so
keep going for hits on Cylinder.
yep.
Keep hitting them.
Did he use both powers at this point?
I don't know.
Just
1, you said?
think so.
Are Shadow Elves winning right now? Is this what's happening?
They outlasted.
He just has a seeker every turn he needs one. It's crazy.
yeah.
That's great. And I mean, like, and I think that would really like justify the Savannah Elves push if just like the Shadow Elves can just retreat and be fine. It's like that's why Brad Elf is like, no, I need to get up and stop you from getting away with this.
Yeah.
I think the other thing is he's only used. I think he discarded already all his flash steps, but Brandolph doesn't know that, so he has to play
Whoa.
really.
Sorry. Continue. I just
Ooh.
get rid of all the glinting speeds. Oh, I see. Brad Elf's at.
Are you gonna attack the mage? Oh yeah.
Brad Elf has
no.
0 magic right now, so yeah, that's pretty chilling.
Mm.
Yeah, I guess it was probably game.
Yeah, 0 magic. He just had to.
Not even discarding. Yeah, that's game.
Damn.
Do you think Vexer could have lost this game? Like, was there a turn where if Bradolph rolled better, he would have won? I don't think so. Surprisingly.
I mean, I'm sure like little things throughout the game add up as usual.
No,
But
true. But like, I'm trying to think like, because for example, like, there's like plenty of games where, like last game for example, there was a turn where both people could have won,
yeah,
or I guess. So I always am curious whether like that's the sign of a good game, like whether you were close or not, was if you had a shot of killing the summoner if you're playing the more aggro deck.
Yeah, there was never any assassin turn for Savannah Elves here. It was just plink, plink, plink.
Mhm.
what do you guys think? What you have any big takeaways from this matchup?
It doesn't seem like either faction in both games is like the. I guess in the first one, Vexer was playing more passive for at least the first one, but it seems very much like back and forth. You know, whoever has the momentum is the one pushing up.
Yeah. It
Because
looked like Cylinder just had one boost at all times, which like would blossom up, and then he would take his thing back. I mean, it's like ideal what you want, right? But I don't know what I don't know anything about Shadow Elves really, so I'm just so bad at analyzing them. He always had a Seeker too, like always. It's just what you need against those high health rhinos and lionesses.
yeah, I'm curious because I know Ben, you play with Shadow Elves that you just stack a lot of boost on your summoner. Um, but when I watch Vexer, he sometimes has a lot of boost, but most of the time he seems to stay pretty low on boost, um, which yeah, it's just curious, different ways of playing. I'm not sure. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, maybe that might be because he's like using them more. Like yeah, I'd have to look, but I would guess it's like he's getting them just as much as I am, but in those games like just using them throughout. While sometimes I'm just gonna sit there and stack up to 9 boosts until Beans Easley comes over and just volcanic blasts me in the face.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Uh,
Your 9 boost versus Balzar's 9.
uh,
I mean, boost is super scary in terms of like you can get a big shadow step turn off if you have a lot of boost.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
yeah, and you're kind of just like guaranteed the econ. Like, I mean, that's not true,
true.
but it's just like just being able to just like pick up a seeker every turn. It's just like one magic, 2 to 3 damage every turn. Like, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it seemed like in this one, it was just focusing on those big health units and killing them. And Shadow Elves who don't look like they have a lot of attack values on their stuff, but because of Seeker's ability and Salundar, he was able to use really well. I
No,
think was just able to get those things down. Like I'm never able to attack with Cylinder that much and keep him protected, and it seemed like he did it the whole game.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like this has just raised more questions for me about this matchup. Like, I feel like before I was like firmly in the camp of, like this is like a ranged game matchup, and now I just like what is going on?
It was for a little bit there.
It was at the end. Yeah, I mean that's what it came down to. But like, you know,
no,
go ahead.
no, you can go.
Yeah, I'd be curious to like ask Vexer what the thought process is that like did Vexer feel like they needed to be more aggressive at the beginning because that's like advantageous for them, or because they want to shut down the Savannah Elves pressure? So the Savannah like maybe the Savannah Elves win condition is to like push and they want to stop that. Yeah, I'm just not sure what it comes down to.
I wonder, like, what is the thought process of that forward gate on turn one? Like, you can just be a little bit higher up and still be protected, so you're like still you're affecting things at a more just literally at more of a range. Was it turn one or yeah, right
Yeah,
here?
yeah, yeah.
Like, so
I
instead
guess.
of on your second row, you're in the third row. I guess. I mean, I have no clue what to do with Shadow,
I
so
mean, if your thought is like the way that Cylinder interacts with the board is he flashes in and flashes out, you don't actually need to like keep your ranged lines open. Like it doesn't actually matter. And like if the thought is just like I just want to get more value out of Seekers by having more range with them, like I could definitely see this. I might try it. I'm indoctrinated.
He never summoned any champions too, which I think is just when you summon commons a million times with your ability. I guess that's just the way of it.
Yeah, I think Shadow Elves champions are kind of situational. Um,
I like Samara, but I think she's pretty easy to play around.
yeah, I mean she has the same problems that Eater does, that she can like definitely win you games,
Yeah.
but also lose you games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really. Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say Talia, I've talked with Ben about of like trying to get her to work, and it just also was pretty easy to play around too. Like,
Yeah.
and it's so hard to get the surprise factor of it, which is what you want. It's like you need to have damage on the opposing gate, and you need to have a gate within 2 of that gate so that when you summon her, you can move her up to it. And it's like, so you have to have so much prepared for it in general. And then when I was playing against Polar Dwarves, I was like, oh, this is perfect. I'll be able to use her. And it still wasn't even really that good.
Yeah, I feel like that's a champion where like either like the turn is perfectly set up for it or it's a discard. Like either there's damage already on the gate and you can use it perfectly, or yeah.
I feel like that's like an alternate way of playing is like only attacking the gates and then just using shadow pulses as many times as possible at home.
4 times. Yeah.
Like it doesn't seem that good though.
True. Like you said, Polar Dwarf seems like theoretically like the best, but you said it didn't even work for that.
No, they were pretty easy to just like shuffle and like, oh, you've got a gate that's damaged. Well, I'm just gonna put another gate right behind it because I can move the gates.
Yep.
Yeah.
So then wouldn't do anything.
I'm curious with maybe it works against Swamp Orcs because they usually have like very densely packed, very low health commons, and they have a bunch of gates also. So maybe.
Yeah. Any champion against Swamp Orcs though is such a risk.
That's
True.
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 I feel
In
like
my
the
league game, I saw a Shank go down in 1 turn, which I've never seen before.
wow, yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, I feel like normally the reason I give her why Talia doesn't see play is because like the Shadow Elves just prefer to hang back. But like seeing this and seeing that like gate in the fourth row turn one, it's like, well, maybe if you're willing to get more aggressive like this at the start, maybe you'd see it. I don't know, like shit. It feels like Talia is only like the like I'm gonna like overwhelm you gate destruction strategy, or like I'm just gonna overwhelm your
Yeah.
gates and whatnot. And that just like doesn't really happen with Shadow Wolves.
Who's the other champ? Samara Talia, and I'm just not thinking of her. Oh, Lucy.
Lucian.
Right.
Lucian, my favorite value champ.
Yeah, it's probably the best one.
She's hard to use though. Sorry?
No, agreed.
Like I'm just
I've used her against high elves, and it was really good to just basically eviscerate peace, and then they wouldn't have any left. Like, just, instead of having to attack into their auras, which are so difficult, you could just get rid of them.
Yeah, with the damage. Yeah. No, it's interesting. It's an interesting champion because you have to be next to them, right, to do the damage also, even though it's a ranged champ.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you can get out early, it's like really nice. Like getting it early without getting punished, I think is. I think Ben used it really well when I was playing him in the tournament as Sand Goblins. I remember he got a lot of value. And it's of course really good against low health.
Did I?
Like you said, against peace. Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that being a game where I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna get Lucian down because I have extra magic and I like might as well get her down sooner than later. And then it was just like even there it felt really hard to use her.
Mm-mm.
Well, yeah, she can only move 2, so it's like you can play around it as the other person a little bit.
Yeah, no, agreed. Yeah, it's interesting, and I'm not sure. I haven't watched too many Vexer games, but from the ones I've seen, I think almost never seen him actually use any of the champions. I think he just usually discards all of them.
Makes sense. He's so good at getting the boost and all that kind of stuff that he's just constantly summoning commons.
Seekers, the Seekers
Yeah.
are so good.
Seekers are so good. But playing as the breakers against them and stealing their ability.
True.
That's interesting. I haven't. That's funny. I hadn't even thought about that.
I've made the mistake though of stealing the ability and attacking that same seeker, so getting the 5 dice on it, but then I can't force away once I kill it, and I'm like, oh shit.
That's nuts. It gets 5. That makes sense. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can't get away because it's dead. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
There's a lot of funny. I had a funny like deck building game against Jexic where like I copied a fighter that like had an axe and also 4 glory, and so it was +4 attack on my mage or my drift. That was really fun.
I think you had that on the YouTube Shorts, right, or something?
Yeah, I posted that. That's fun.
Oh yeah, the queso apocalypse.
I gotta.
That was funny.
I'm having. Yeah, I gotta play more with that. I'll let you guys go, but like I've been trying to put queso in breakers now, and like I'm having more success because you can have like Law of Liberty, and like Law of Liberty whenever like the way that queso is phrased is just like as whenever a unit starts its move adjacent to queso, it has plague for the entire turn, and so it's like if you have a Law of Liberty on a bug biter, it gets to move twice, crash twice, and use plague twice in a turn. So that's just like really fun.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Queso needs a nerf.
Yeah, I had a fun game against like Jekthik where like they had Song of Sanctity up, and I just like ripped through them anyways.
Okay.
Well, this has been fun.
Okay.
I feel like I feel like I need to do more. I need to watch more games. We should probably call it here and be done. But I need to I need to understand this matchup now. I'm just more confused.
Yeah,
I think
the more I watch Shadow Elves, the more confused I am too.
There's just too many plays.
Yeah.
Complex.
Okay, what if I just what if I just hold you for like another 3 minutes and just like I'm just gonna click through one of these games against Orange Lazarus and Prophet. I'm just like curious what sort of games they became.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Did they watch it all? Like, okay, so I'm looking at Prophets, Savannah Elves versus Orange Lazarus Shadow Elves. And like, and a lot of these players will say that they're new to the factions too, and so like I know like Donkey when some of the first ones came out was still like I don't know how this is going. Okay, looking pretty passive at first. What the heck? Okay, and then we just jump up and like it's a similar thing where it's like the Shadow Elves are sort of stopping their pressure. Sorry, go ahead.
No, just the forward gate and then the immediate response.
Yeah, and then retreating.
Donkey stack.
Donkey stack. Oh my goodness. Clicking from turn 9 to turn 10 here is just like oh yeah. How did those get there? Probably a chant of weaving or something. I don't know. But okay, but this is a game where the shadow. So Orange Laz is playing Shadow Elves in the back, so I'm vindicated a little bit. At least Vexer's the only weird one.
Like the best guy in the world at Shadow Elves is the weird one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Donkey's the weird one. Donkey's the one that continues to insist that Fallen Kingdom is balanced and like not overpowered, while everyone else is like they need a buff. So I don't know.
Oh damn.
I think 14 health was so nice in Fallen Kingdoms during the tournament. I enjoyed that so much. On Raz.
Yeah, the 14 health was really cool. Although I didn't pick them, but I really like playing as them, so maybe I should have.
Sorry, what were you saying with the 14 health?
Oh, during the tournament, Raz had 14 health, which was so nice.
Yeah. That's crazy. All right, I'm clicking on Savannah Elves now. Yeah, I think
I just had a game.
Go ahead.
I was talking about it in the chat a little bit where I was against Water D and I was the Fallen Kingdom against his High Elves, and it felt like I had 14 health because I had Sanctity up and that kind of stuff. It was like I had the worst rolls, and Peace makes everything even worse than that too. And then somehow I just got carriers out at the end, and that's all I needed. Like, carriers, and he carriers with like his war. I was like, yeah, I'll take that. And just use the extra attack too, which was nice.
War feels so good as Fallen Kingdoms. It feels so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
All you need.
I don't know. Okay, I'm looking at this other game here. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Fallen. I was super upset about like Fallen Kingdom being changed at first because I was like, no, they're perfect. Don't touch them. But maybe it's good. I don't know. I'm probably a bit more in the camp of buff them now, but what do I know? Okay, so this.
I think to be honest with you,
yeah, no.
I think with 14 health, it felt like really good, if not borderline, a little bit too strong. At least when I was playing it. The only time,
the reason I think that people or Joe think they need a buff is because they're so unintuitive the way you would think, and so new people struggle with them a lot. But like, if it's a person who's played this game a lot, like any of us have, they're balanced.
Yeah, I mean, and Joe finally said it on this most recent stream. He was like, okay, yeah, the issue with balancing is that I forget the words he used, but it's like it's the experience of every player versus the experience of the top players. And so like which one do you balance for is kind of just like philosophical question, if anything.
Yeah.
But for a while, like they were like insisting that because like the cave goblins like stats are high, like that cave goblins are OP, and maybe they're finally like backing out of that.
Do not nerf the cave goblins. My boys have struggled enough.
You know, I haven't played the cave goblins in a while, but I think I've lost every single game to the cave goblins I've ever played.
Oh my God. My friend who I introduced this game to, we played a couple games with the cloaks and birds when they first came out, and then I got him on the app, and the first game I ever played in the app, I was cave goblins against him, and I won in turn 2. I was like, all right, you want to play again?
Yeah, I mean, that's how it goes. Like, yeah, I've been burned several times, like playing against someone who's new and taking cave goblins and just being like, oh, like, can't handle this, or like just like overwhelming them and be like, oh yeah, these guys are kind of hard to play against when you haven't really played much before.
You don't know what they do, or some turns are just like so like unreal for like you said, like you can win on turn 2 with them, or if people don't play well or people don't know what they do.
Yeah.
Some of the turns don't make sense given the other factions. Let's say it that way.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna click through this other game too. So we have Orange Laz on Savannah Elves, against Prophet's Shadow Elves. You guys can like stop me too if you're like, wait, you're going too fast. But wow, I'm just looking at this turn 1 to turn 2, and it's like, what the heck? Like, what is that? You're going so far forward. I guess you boosted the archer and moved the archer up. Like, I would never think to. I mean, you saw me play this twice against you, Cherez, and this is not what I did.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like you do. I can understand the logic of getting damage on the mage or trying to one-shot it because you don't want it to get a card. But at the same, or get a boost in a card. But at the same time, doing it 2 spaces up is very interesting compared to just 1 space.
I guess it's just throwing 7 health at him, hoping to move up, but
yeah, and like hoping that they can't kill all 7 health. And they were right. Wow, look at that. Stealing the Vexer strat over here. Patented by
The gate.
Vexer. No one else is allowed to do it.
Yeah.
Keep going, and yeah, like I'd be curious what Orange Last was thinking there, like just trying to stop pressure. Yeah, and it seems like the Vexers met Orange Last in the midfield, just like midfield fight. Finally we get the patented just border archer, just shoot and it's fine. And now we're playing what I expect. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go on.
It's just sparse board.
Yeah, this is more what I'd be like. All right, we got two border archers in the front. We got a lioness we're boosting behind. This is something I'm more used to. But it was similar to the other game we watched too, of like explosive beginning and then we start seeing the players retreat.
I don't know if I've seen a knight from Profit at all. Oh, there's one.
Did it die immediately or something?
Yeah, looks like it.
I wonder who's ahead at this point.
I'm curious.
Open though.
So something Vexer had at this point, which Prophet does not, is he had 3 damage on Abua. So Abua was at 7, which actually, like, I think is a big deal because, like, assassinating from 10 as Shadow Elves is a lot harder, a lot more luck than assassinating from 7. So I'm curious if it's a good idea to just, if you can get, a ranged attack, through someone on Abua, if you just do it as Shadow Elves, to at least create the threat.
Yeah. Just get a little dink.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really like if Cylinder is at 4 boosts at the screen I'm looking right now, I'd say okay, yeah, Shadow Elves are ahead. But like at 0 boosts, it's just like it just feels very even right now.
It's Prophet right now. That screen we're looking at.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna kill that lioness or something.
I would go for a Bua, but that's me.
Too. Me too.
You were right. Oh my goodness. Wait, how did that happen? Yeah, okay. Wait, I still don't see it actually. How did they sort? Alright, let's play it.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Do you have Into Darkness?
Did you attack your own Seeker in order to? No, I see. This Seeker attacked a Bua to turn to the side. I see. Wow, that's quite a push. Oh, Into Darkness for the lioness. That's brutal.
That is brutal.
Mm-mm.
And I like the forward push with the Seekers too to block the gates.
Yeah, that's tough to deal with Abushi. Like it's tough to just reclaim stuff reclaim gate spots once it's been taken.
You don't see that a lot too with people because they're obviously worth less when they stay on the field, but I like it. I think it's solid.
I completely agree. It's cool. Like you said, it's not something I would think of, but I think it's really, really cool.
Yeah, and then responding with a big lioness in the front. Lioness survives the turn, and now Abu is the one pushing up. That's kind of funny. And
oh yeah,
what happened to their gate? Did they into? What did they do? They just
open space.
They destroyed their own gate with a Shadow Mage. I'm reading the chat.
Nice.
Oh, and then was able to. Yeah, go ahead.
Deny that magic.
Yeah, I mean, I see it, especially if you're like out of Into Darkness and whatnot, and then. Yeah, so I mean, these two games were a lot more of what I'd expect with like this matchup. Like, still like a very explosive start, but like getting that brutal grind at the end that I live by.
Yeah. Then elves are way behind on econ though right now. We're way ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that did happen. I mean, at the end here, barely though. Like looking at, I guess that's way ahead. I guess 3 units ahead, or like 2 units ahead is still way ahead.
Yeah, well, he's got these 3 on the board too versus 1, and only 1 card in hand.
Yeah, that's fair. But it's still just like a slight econ edge. Like, so I wonder if the idea is like attack, get in the midfield, get an advantage, retreat, hold that econ advantage for the rest of the game or something.
Yeah, I think especially if you don't have access to the summoner, like there's no assassination attempts. That's probably like try to get ahead on tempo and then fall back. But it's hard.
Yeah. And it's tough to, like, I mean, anytime going against Shadow Elves, you gotta make sure you finish the job and kill the things.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's fun. Yeah, and that game too is like it's a lot of pushes and counter pushes. Yeah, I feel like that's an example of just like a real fun game to watch that we didn't actually really watch, of just like one person pushes, then the other person pushes, like lots of give and take, game changing on a dime and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a ton of fun. Thanks for coming on and doing this div1 review.
Thanks
Oh,
for having
yeah.
me, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I definitely, it'd be fun to, it's a fun format to like play the game yourself and then try it, or play it yourself and then see people that do it better than you.
No, agreed.
Go down and do it more.
If only there was a 3-player game that we could play in terms of Summoner Wars. Like, what if there was a triangle board or something?
Like in Magic, yeah, 3-person.
I've
That'll be fun.
thought about it. We just play Dominion or something. All right. Well, I will see you guys around.
I'll see you.
Hopefully soon.
See ya.
All right. Bye.
Peace.
All right. That's a lot of fun. I think I'm just gonna call the stream. Yeah. Just gonna call the stream there. That's a ton of fun. I'd love to do more of those, of just like, I mean, it's sort of what the league is already, is you just like you play a match and then you watch people do it better than you, but I'd love to just see it done anyways. See it, or like just to focus it and actually have to rewatch, because I'm never actually like managing to find the time to like rewatch the div1 games when I want to. So yeah, that'd be fun. But yeah, anyways, thanks for coming by. Thanks so much to Cherez for the games, for Beansley for popping into chat. Hopefully, I think I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow evening as well. I don't have an opponent, so if anyone wants to play, let me know. And yeah, I'll see you around. Thanks for coming by.